This is Roger Struckoff with Syscon TV, Cloud Expo West, Santa Clara, Day 2 in the year 2016. We're sitting right now with Jaeson Yoo with Penta Security, and he spoke yesterday. So tell everybody what you talked about yesterday, and then we'll follow up on that a little bit.
Yesterday's speech was mostly about kind of determining where the attacks are coming from. There's a clear point of entry for web attacks. Everyone knows where it is. If we could get smart about inspecting what's coming in through that door, if you will, we could get not only a lot of security benefits, but also it's a better way to do business.
If we could get smart, do you think that the companies are just maybe not aware of how exposed they are, or they're reckless, not thinking enough about it? Where's the source of the problem with customers?
I wouldn't go that far, Roger. I think everyone cares about security, but I think the amount of traffic that comes in through the web is just so overwhelming. Yeah. The kinds of attacks are so diverse that it's really hard to kind of even think about taming that giant. But there are ways to do it, mainly by trying to figure out where the attacks are coming from.
I have this thought that a lot of times people of goodwill don't really understand how many bad guys are out there too, let alone sort of state actors. I mean, I'm not saying they're naive, but attacks strike me as something that I would never think of.
Well, there are a lot of bad people out there, but the really scary thing is that you don't have to be technically gifted anymore to be a hacker. You can find out a lot of different ways to do low-level attacks that are easy to execute and can, in the long term, just be as damaging.
So, outline what are you doing about it? What does your company do about it for your customers?
We have so much experience and expertise in determining what's an attack and what isn't. And our web attack method has been been employed to determine, so that our idea is to block out all of the bad attacks at the perimeter before they ever have a chance to get inside the network itself. By doing so, we think that we can also enjoy the openness of the web and simultaneously also enjoy a security level that really hasn't been experienced from regular website owners quite yet.
But that is a balance, and how do you convince your customers that you're on the right side of the balance of openness versus security, or is it really versus?
I think reporting is really important to give them some idea of what kind of results they're getting. So if they have an idea of out of the total traffic they get, how much of that is toxic traffic, then they instantly know that they're bringing it in, and whoever's managing that infrastructure decides to impose some sort of plan on these sorts of customers because they're bringing in a lot of bad stuff into their infrastructure.
So I'm trying to blame the customers, but he's not. You're saying, look, there are bad guys out there. There's malicious traffic, and the scary thing to me that you just said is it doesn't require that much skill anymore to launch attacks. Could you take us through sort of a range of the difficulty, the things that are happening? I saw in your graphic yesterday, I remember there's a wide range. Could you take us through a little bit of the range of attacks that companies face?
Well, I mean, we see everything from large DDoS attacks, but we also see a lot of stealth-based attacks for small customers. And this really kind of caught me off guard, because why would an inactive small website owner be attacked? And we found out that they're trying to gain the administrative credentials for that website so they could try it on different accounts. So that's just one example of why an inactive personal blog from Mrs. Jones, for example, would be attacked on a regular basis. But I think you can assume that if you have a website and it's open to the web, someone has found it and they're attacking it every day. Our proposition is to let's block as many of them as possible before they could do any real long-term damage inside. Got it.
How do people find you online?
www.cloudbrick, that's without a K, CLOUDBRIC.com, and you can sign up for free and enjoy our services right away.
Hey, there you go. Can't beat that. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks for watching. For Syscon TV, this is Roger Struckoff.